Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to Alexis Faye Yoga. I am so very glad that you've decided to join me today. Our practice today is a strength and stretch for the lower body. So we'll work on the hips, the hamstrings, and the quads. Now, if that sounds good to you, go ahead and roll out your mat. Hit the like and subscribe buttons down below, and we'll flow right into it. Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to another week of yoga. Stay firm. Sending that right foot back. Now we'll begin our practice today in our mountain pose. Bringing the ankles underneath of the hips, we'll tuck the hips forward slightly, pressing into the toes. We'll lift the shoulders up to the ears, work them back and down the spine, rotate the palms forward. Now drawing the chin in slightly, so we're stacked over the body. Our head is drawn back. We'll close the eyes. Take a little bit of time here to settle into your space, to allow the mind to be a little quieter. Maybe wiggle your fingers or wiggle your toes as we fully bring ourselves into our bodies. Noticing where our bodies start and end. We'll take another large breath in through the nose. And let it go as a sigh. With our next in-breath, we'll reach the arms up overhead. And with our exhale, we'll hinge from the waist, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. I'll take a little bit of time here in our forward fold to settle into the pose. We can grab for opposite elbows and find a sway side to side. Or we can pedal out the legs. Find any other variation that feels good to you and your body today. With our next in-breath, we'll move to that halfway lift, drawing the belly button in and up towards the ribs. Exhale to fold. With our in-breath, we'll reverse swan dive the arms, reaching the arms out, lifting the chest, and then sending the arms to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Reverse swan dive the arms, lifting us up as we move our weight into our left leg to pick up the right. We'll move to a tree pose from here. Now we can keep the arms up towards the sky, or we can bring them to heart center or wherever else they want to land. We're opening the hip towards the side, so we're drawing our knee to the back of our mat. Taking some time to settle in, to find the balance. And then we will remove our right foot from our left leg, keeping the knee out towards our side. Flex that foot. Now we'll close the hips by bringing the knee out in front of the body, lifting our right knee up tall to the sky. And we'll set that right leg down and wiggle out. With our next in-breath, reach the arms up. Exhale to swan dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Reach forward with the top of the head. Exhale to fold. Reverse swan dive. We'll lift us back up, this time moving our weight into our right, picking up our left. And we'll move to our tree pose on this side. Again, arms can be up, they can be out, they can be at heart center, wherever's feeling right. But we're drawing that left knee back behind, so we have a long space from our right hip to our left knee. We're not curling in, we're opening. Now we'll remove the left foot from the right leg, keeping the hip open, knee out towards the side, flex the foot. Maybe you're starting to feel your glutes working. And then we'll close the hip, lift that left knee up tall. And we'll set the left leg down and we'll wiggle out some more, making our way to the top of our mat. With a big breath in, we'll reach the arms up. Exhale, hinging from the waist, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. We'll plant the hands down and we'll step up or float the feet back to our plank. Spread the fingertips out nice and wide. We'll shift a little further forward up onto the tippy toes. Exhale to lower partway or all the way to the floor so that we can press into the earth for our up dog or our cobra. Softening the shoulders a little further away from the ears. And then we'll send the hips up and back behind for our down dog. We'll pedal out or wiggle out a little more here. Now sending the left leg up and back behind. We'll circle the ankle out in one direction. And reverse, circling out in the other. We'll draw a knee to nose, rounding through the spine as we lift and send the left foot to the top of our mat. We'll bring a full breath in and an even larger breath back out as we drop our right knee down and tuck the right toes. Now we can sit up tall in our low lunge, shifting the hips forward. Arms can be up towards the sky or they can be on the hips. Now we'll lengthen out through the left leg, taking it nice and straight and long, hinging from the waist. We'll soften the chest forward towards our left leg. Now your toes may pop up or they may stay down, and either is fine. You may even want to notice where you feel this stretch, if it's different between the different variations of your feet. Now, keeping the hands down towards the floor, we'll add the forward shift back into the hips. We'll bring the left hand to the inside of our left foot. Now, heel toeing that foot out once or twice, moving to our lizard pose. Lift the chest forward and up. And then we'll put a lot of our weight into our right hand. So we can press our left hand into our left knee. Pressing the knee away from the chest. And then we'll remove that added pressure. Bringing our hand down to the inside of our left leg again. We can tuck our right toes under, lift the right leg off the mat. And then we can pick up our left leg, send it up and back, three-legged dog. To our down dog. We'll wiggle and pedal out some more. And then we'll send our right leg up and back. Circle out the ankle in one direction. And around in the other. We'll bend at the knee, rounding through the spine as we shift our right foot to the top of the mat. Full breath in. Even larger breath back out as we drop the left knee down, untuck the toes. Inhale to sit up tall. Exhale, tuck the hips forward. Press the hips towards the top of the mat. Now pressing into the right foot to press the leg towards straight. Exhale, hinging from the waist, keeping the hips back behind. Moving to our half splits. Keep the hands down towards the floor as we shift forward again to our low lunge. Walking the right hand to the inside of our leg. We'll heel toe our right foot out once or twice. Moving to our lizard pose. Sending the hips forward, lifting the chest up. Now we'll press into our left hand so we can lift the right. Place it beside the knee. We'll gently press the hand into the knee to open the hip, reaching the chest away from our right leg. We'll remove that added pressure. Drop the right hand down. Tuck the left toes, lift the left leg. We'll pick up the right, send it up and back, three-legged dog. To our down dog. Pedal out a little more. Now our left will go up again. And we'll bend at the knee. We'll draw that knee forward all the way over to our left arm before we drop the side of our leg down. Now moving and softening into our pigeon pose. We'll walk the hands into the chest to lift the chest up tall. Now from here you can stay up in our pigeon pose, or you can move to a sleeping pigeon pose by bringing your forearms down and then setting the forehead on top of your arm stack. Now, if we are in our sleeping pigeon, we'll start to walk the hands back into the body. And we're going to set our left hip down towards the earth, shifting a little further forward, closer to our left leg. So we can pick up our right. We'll circle it all the way around until we find a stack to our knees. So our knee stack can be with our right leg on the inside or right side of our left knee. Our stack can be across the leg, or we can kind of flatten our stack out a little bit more by bringing the knees to touch. We'll flex through the feet. Sit up tall on our sit bones. And with an in-breath, we'll reach the arms up towards the sky. With our exhale, we'll press the hips back as we lengthen the fingers forward and soften. So we have a nice long spine, but we're reaching the chest towards our knees. With an in-breath, we'll lift the chest up again, reach the arms to the sky. And with our exhale, we'll start to find a twist towards our right, bringing our left arm down to our right knee. Right hand comes behind the body, and we'll gently look over the right shoulder. Bring the chest back around. We'll place both hands behind the body so we can lean back as we pick up our leg stack. We'll move our left leg so it is in line with the body. Slide the right leg over so we're in our figure four. We're flexing through our right foot. We can walk our left foot in closer to bring our right knee to us. Our right leg to us. We can reach through and gently pull the leg in, or we can keep one hand back behind us and press into our right knee, moving it further away from the chest. Now, whichever variation we're in, we'll place both hands behind the body, fingertips to point away. We'll find a gentle rocking side to side with the legs. Coming back up and in line, we'll heel toe our left foot towards the right edge of our mat, lowering our leg stack back down. We'll pick up our right leg and we'll circle it all the way around the body towards the back of our mat again, lifting into our pigeon pose. Now frame out your front leg with your hands. We'll tuck the right toes under and lift our left leg to the chest. Now send that left leg up and back, three-legged dog, to our down dog. And we'll wiggle out. Then send the right leg up. We'll bend at the knee. Draw that right knee all the way up towards the right arm. Drop the side of our leg down. And we'll walk the hands into the chest as we settle into our pigeon pose on this side. Now from here, if you'd like that sleeping pigeon variation on this side, you can lean forward, make a forearm stack, and set the forehead on top. Or we can stay up tall in our pigeon pose. Now, if when we're in our sleeping pigeon pose, we'll walk the hands in towards the chest. And then we'll drop our right hip down to the earth, shift further forward, lift the left leg. We'll circle it all the way around to find our stack on this side. Again, whichever variation feels good in your body, keeping in mind it may be different on this side. We'll sit nice and tall on our sit bones. Maybe give a little wiggle and out. With an in breath, we'll reach the arms towards the sky. With our exhale, we'll press the hips back and down into the earth as we lengthen from the head and the fingertips before we soften the chest towards our knees. With an in-breath, we'll sit up tall again. Reach the arms up towards the sky, twisting from our lower abdomen. We'll drop our right hand towards our left knee. Drop the left hand back behind the body. And we'll gently look over the left shoulder. Untwisting, coming back through center. We'll bring the hands both behind the body as we pivot the hips up. And then walk that right heel over so it's in line with the body. Now sliding the left leg over so we're crossing at about the ankle. We're flexing through our left foot. And then again, we've got a couple options here. We can bring that right leg in nice and close. We can use our left hand to press the left knee away, or we can reach around and pull the body into the legs. Now bringing both arms back behind the body to help prop us up, we'll find a gentle side-to-side movement with our legs. And back through center again. We'll start to heel toe our right leg, our bottom foot, over towards the left side of our mat. So we can bring our leg stack back down. Sitting up, we'll lift our left leg, circle it all the way around the body to the back of the mat. Lifting and settling back into our pigeon pose. We'll walk the hands in to frame out our front knee. Tuck the left toes under. We'll pick up our leg, bring it to the chest. And then send it up and back behind, three-legged dog. To our down dog. We'll wiggle out some more. Now taking the feet just a little further apart, away from each other, we'll add more of a bend to the knees. Now from here, we're going to hop to the top of our mat. Taking the toes towards the outer edges of our mat, heels in towards center. And then we'll drop the hips down towards the floor. Moving to our Malasana squat. We can use the elbows to press the knees away. If your heels don't touch the floor, that's okay. We can stay up. But you may like to find a little movement, a little sway side to side. That can be more comfortable than softening into this pose. Now we'll circle one arm back behind the body and then the other so that we can lower ourselves down to our mat. Extending the legs long out in front of the body. We'll give them a little bouncing or wiggling out. And then we'll scoot a little further forward using the heels to pull us forward so that we're tilting the hips back a little bit before we reach the toes straight up to the sky. Now pick up your left leg. It doesn't have to be by much. We're just going to pick it up and hold it here. If you need to use your hands for support, do so. And we'll set that left leg down. Sit up nice and tall, point the toes up. And we'll pick up our right leg. And set the right leg down. Now, you might want your hands behind the body for this. If you don't need them, that is great too. We can bring hands to heart center. But we'll pick up our left leg. We'll move it in a rainbow shape out towards the left side of our mat. Set it down. Shift a little further forward. And we'll reverse. Pick up the left leg. Rainbow it back out towards the top of our mat. Shift a little further forward. Now we'll pick up our right. Move it up and over to the right side of our mat. Pause to shift forward. Pick it up and move it back in. We'll do 3 more times on each side, picking up the left, moving it out, coming in through center, the right leg, back in, left, and back, and right, and back. And one more time on each side, pick up the left, bring the left in, take the right out, and bring it back in. Good. We'll drop the hands down, back behind the body, and then we'll walk the hands a little further away. Now, with a nice big in-breath, we'll lift the chest, squeeze the shoulder blades into the spine, take the eyes up. Big breath in, and an even bigger breath back out. One more time, big breath in, lift the chest. And an even bigger breath back out. We'll walk the hands back in towards the body, scooting a little bit more towards center. We'll walk the bottoms of the feet in and bring the arms out on either side. We'll move through our boat pose by settling the body back, lifting the legs up tall. We're reaching long with the spine. So the back of the head is reaching behind. The chin is lifted. The chest is up. Now we can stay here, or we can do 5 jacks, extending the arms and legs out and bringing them in. Number 2, out and in. 3, 4, and 1 more. Bringing us back in. We'll drop the feet down. We'll soften the body the rest of the way to the mat. Extending the legs out long, we'll reach with the toes. And then we'll circle the arms up overhead and reach with the fingers. Full body stretch. Couple of deep breaths here. We'll circle the arms down towards the body as we walk the bottoms of the feet in, and then out towards the outer edges of our mat. Now, if you have a space in your low back that's not touching the floor like I did, you'll pick up your hips, tilt them forward, and set them down. So we're pressing that low back into the earth, so we're nice and grounded and stable here. And we'll find some windshield wipering with the knees. Dropping them both down in the same direction. Picking up through center to drop down in the other direction. Moving back and forth at a pace that feels right to you and your body today. We'll bring the knees back up and heel toe the feet in together. We'll lift our left knee to the chest, wrap the arms around it and pull that left knee in close. as we lift and extend, or we walk that right leg forward until it's laying fully on the floor. We can give a little rocking to this left leg here. And then we'll move to our gentle twist, guiding the left knee across the right side of our body, reaching the left hand out from the shoulder. The eyes can stay up, or they can follow that left hand. We'll untwist and settle the left hip back to the earth as we bring the left knee in for another big squeeze. And then we'll switch legs, bringing the right in and extending the left long. A nice big hug to this right knee. We can find a little bit of rocking side to side. And then we'll move to our gentle twist on this side. Sending that right knee over the left side. Reaching the right arm out from the shoulder. The eyes can stay up or follow the right hand. We'll untwist again, bring the right knee in to the chest. We'll pull the left leg up as well. Now finding a little rocking side to side. You can keep the back of the head down to the earth, or you can lift the chin up towards the chest, lifting the back of the head off the mat. Now to close out our practice today, you can make your way to a Shavasana, extending the legs long, softening the whole of the body. Or we have a second option, which is to do legs up the wall, which is where you'll find a wall. You'll turn sideways and bring your hip as close to the wall as you can. And then you'll settle the hips down to the earth, reaching the feet up towards the sky. Now with feet up the wall, it is often more comfortable in most bodies to put a pillow underneath the hips. So you're lifted up slightly through the lower body. But it is great, if it is comfortable in your body, to do it without a prop. Whichever variation we're in, we'll bring our attention back to our breath. We can close the eyes. And we can take a large breath in through the nose. For fully letting that breath go. For the next little while, we can allow our exhales to be a little bit longer than our inhales, so that we're fully letting go of our breath before we start fresh with a new breath in. We can always bring our attention to a count, breathing in for a count of 3 or 4 and breathing out for a count of 6 or 8. Or we can just go by how it feels in the body. Letting go of all of our breath, really pressing the exhale out before bringing a new, fresh breath in. We'll stay here for just a little while and fully focus on letting go of our breath, of our day, any little stresses that we do not need to be focused on. Letting it all fade for a little while. Bring another large breath in through the nose and let it go as a sigh. Now, whichever variation you're in, you can rock or roll all the way over to one side. And we'll take our moment of gratitude here. Thank yourself for coming to your mat today, for taking this time out of your busy day, your busy life, to focus on taking care of yourself, for building some strength, for working on your flexibility, for just being in your body and taking some extra deep breaths for a little while. Give yourself a nice big mental or physical hug. And then you can start to make your way to a seated position. Bringing your hands together at heart center. We'll bring one last large breath in through the nose. And let it go as a collective sigh. Thank you so very much for joining me today. It is always such a joy and an honor to get to spend this time with you. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Go in love, go in light, go in peace, and go in joy.